Okay, so Jamie said, how do you deal with dark stuff, trolling, etc., aimed at your online presence? Oh, Jamie, bless you. Where are you zooming in from? Jamie, are you trolling me right now? Are you there? You may be muted, Jamie. I don't know. Okay, well, this is a good one. I'm going to just start talking. Jamie, interrupt me if you.
Jamie's muted.
You're muted, Jamie.
Hi. Yeah.
Jamie, you can't let the trolls steal your voice like this. Good to see. Where are you from?
I'm on the south coast of England. I'm a storyteller and writer, and I'm just starting. I've been following your work, all the free stuff. I'm just kind of getting into preparing a blog. Maybe going, Facebook, Instagram, all that to get my message out. But I'm a newbie. I've only had a smartphone like 3 years, and I'm terrified at the dark powers waiting out there.
It sounds like you get it. Yeah. All right. Okay. So by the way, we're on the south coast of England.
I'm in New Haven, which is an industrial port between Brighton and Eastbourne.
Okay. Hey, I've been to Brighton. I love Brighton.
Yeah.
We're having your countryman, Martin Shaw, join us here on the West Coast for a week.
I know Martin. He comes this way regularly. Yeah. Great guy.
Well, let's talk about this whole trolling thing. First of all, I'd be curious. Let's just do a little, hit the reactions button, raise your hand. Has anyone been seriously trolled, canceled? Just anyone? We got one hand. Yeah, Duncan found through it. Yeah, Bevan. Okay, so for those of you who haven't, may you never. It's particularly brutal. It's really an awful thing. But let me just give some quick thoughts. First of all, fuck those people. There's a difference between meaningful critique and feedback and accountability and trolling. It's just not the same thing. The thing to me that typifies trolling, and I do have a video on this actually. If you just search Tad Hargrave trolling on YouTube, I do a video on this. But the thing to me that typifies trolling is that it's insincere. They're not interested in a relationship. Yeah, they just want to dump and vent and project with no accountability themselves. And, I heard somebody say the definition of woke is the ability to see injustice everywhere, except in your own behavior. Yeah. And I mean, you could broaden that to whatever political branch you want. So the most important thing with trolling, you block people. You just block them. That's my philosophy. If it's sincere and I can tell they actually want to talk, I'm so open. But if I just get the scent that this is trolling, because manner of approach is a big deal. This is somewhere that in modern society, this has so fallen off. Every indigenous culture I know of, including our own from Europe, knew about courtesy and how to approach well. And that, a beautiful quote I remember from John O'Donohue, where he just talked about, that the way we approach things determines what we find. And if people want to bring this sort of a callous, careless approach to me, I don't have time. I know stuff is going on in their life. I know they're hurting. I know they're not doing this because they weren't hurt. And I don't have time for that. If they're going to bring their darkness to me in that way, I just block and it's done. And I can block all day. This is a beautiful thing. There's no upper limit. Did you know this? On Facebook, there's no upper limit. You can just keep blocking all day. People want to troll you, you can just keep. Instagram too. You can just keep doing it. And eventually they lose the scent. Yeah, so it'll happen. And if people want to talk, I'm so happy to talk. If people have sincere questions and can come with some real courtesy, amidst their consternation and bring some eloquence to their displeasure. Oh man, I'm so open. And if I'm out of integrity, I mean, do I want to hear it? No. But am I ultimately grateful to hear it? Yes. And is it my responsibility if I've been out of integrity, unethical, if I've caused harm? That's so important to hear. I think so much of any kind of leadership, or as we move into elderhood in our lives, that path is paved with humiliation and saying, I'm sorry, a lot. And I think as we get older, we just actually get easier with saying, I'm sorry. You know, it comes out because we just, I don't know, we've been so humbled by life. We've been through the tenderizer and we're able to just, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize, you know, the humility appears. And so that's important. And then there's trolling. And trolling is just so deeply unwelcome. And the canceling. And I'll just say this too, if for anyone who goes through it, you will find out who your friends are. And that's humbling itself. That's beautiful and terrible at the same time, because you do see who stands by you and who's just willing to jump on the train. I've been through it myself, and I don't wish it on anybody. Yeah, and there's somebody I would also recommend checking out. Oh, what is her name? Oh my God, I'm going to recommend on Instagram. She speaks about canceling a lot, and some of you probably know exactly who I'm talking about. She has a podcast called Fucking Canceled. That you'll find her through that. That's the blog post, Fucking Canceled. And she speaks about this cancel culture. And I think it's good stuff because so often we feel so vulnerable to it. Well, if people are angry at me, they must be right. I mean, I saw a meme of Alice in Wonderland. The Cheshire Cat says, Alice, all of us here are mad. And Alice's response is, at me? Yeah, it's very easy to take things personally, but it's not personal. Just because somebody's mad at you does not mean you did anything wrong. Anyways, that's what I have to say about trolling. I don't know, Jamie, how does that all land for you?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's great. I mean, it's I think it's common sense, really. I really like the point you make about the threshold, the courtesy thing. I'm very big on communication skills and non-violent communication. I just work on that all the time. It's a life learning thing, isn't it? But and most of us are kindergartners, and I certainly am. I'm still in diapers on that, but I just think it's so. And on the internet, for some reason, it's a bit like when people get in their cars, and cars are made of metal and fire, and they take on the elements of metal and fire, and they come up, they beat you out, they do, you know, things they would never normally do if they were out of their car. And online, there's something about the medium that provokes that in people. And I don't know, we have to try and find ways around that and through that. That's the challenge, to keep our humanity, our deepest humanity.
It's true. And it's the way that people look at us has a consequence. And let me just broaden this beyond just trolling on the internet. Also with your clients.
Yes.
Yeah, there's you can fire your clients. If clients are not treating you well, you don't have to work with them. You can let them go if they're being abusive, if they're just not being as courteous as you need a client to be. You can also let them go. Yeah, boundaries is a big thing. And, you know, here's the thought I'll leave it on. If somebody's interacting with me, maybe they heard something and they won't give me the benefit of the doubt, I probably won't give them the benefit of my time. Yeah. Thank you so much for your question.
Thanks, Tad. Thank you.